So one thing I didn't expect when I went to the sports card niche on YouTube was how many new eBay sellers that are sports card sellers were going to watch my channel and have so many questions. And guys, it has been awesome how many questions you guys send, how many comments, and just what you do has helped grow this channel and help me help other sellers. And guys, I appreciate you for that because people are getting a lot of knowledge from us and really appreciate it. So keep that coming in the comments. We've talked a lot about eBay standard envelope. We've talked a lot about fees. It's what you guys all want to talk about, so we keep elaborating on that. But today we're going to talk about 2 new topics, so let's go get into those. So still shipping those holiday cards. Got 10 more right here. We got 2 good topics we're going to talk about in this video. We'll see how things go. Maybe we can get a third. 643 is another new seller on eBay. He's been selling for 2 weeks with a store, and he's already used up his 250 free listings. And in those 2 weeks, he's already sold 30 cards. That's pretty awesome. Congratulations, 643. But today, he asks, when did I decide to go to a store? What level am I at? And have I noticed a difference since I went to a store? Now, 643, I went to a store a very long time ago, so it's hard to remember what it was like before, but let's go talk about that. eBay stores are always a big topic. When do I upgrade to one? What level do I get? It's always a topic that's much talked about because it's a good question. That's something different though for each person. So 643, I went to a store many years ago. I just like some of the perks you can have with it, like the shipping coupon and everything else. And I was making enough in sales as an everything reseller to pay for it. So I didn't mind paying up for the 1,000 store. I think it's basic. Part of the reason too is I was also selling cards with the everything, so I needed the extra listings. 250 just wasn't enough. Now today, I'm on, I don't even know what level it is anymore. Is it called premium? I think it is. It's the one with 10,000 listings, and then you get 50,000 additional in certain categories. So that gives me 60,000 listings, which is something I need because I'm now pushing 18,000 listings in my store. But for you, if you have 250 listings and you sold 30 cards so far, if you're able to stay under that, I would stay under that. Stay with that until you're going to have more cards listed in a month than the store can hold. Till then, there's no real point in upgrading. Just work with what you got, save yourself a little bit of money. Because as you go up, the stores do get more expensive. And right now, what looks like you're trying to build, it will help you, kind of build some good metrics, better sell-through rate, hopefully, let you increase your revenue a little bit, increase your profit, a little bankroll, and then you can start upgrading as the need is there. As you start getting more sales, which means you need more cards, and you can go up to the next level. For me, it's just something I've had for years. I just recently, 3 months ago, switched to the premium level, and I switched to the premium level because I was now at the max for the 10,000 stores. So at that point, I looked at it as being cheaper to upgrade to premium than pay the additional insertion fees that come along, especially because I'm still low-end cards. Spending an extra, extra 30 cents a listing, is it? Per card on $1.50, $1.60 free ship. No, that's definitely not worth it. So I just upgraded my store. It's going well for me. And honestly, I also get a $50 coupon now for shipping supplies instead of $25, so that's nice. I haven't had to buy bubble mailers out of my pocket in months. But yeah, I would just stay with what you got till you need to upgrade. That's what I would do. Len's another new one. He says him and his son have been selling on eBay as a little side hustle to support themselves in the hobby, which I love. I'm going to get into that because me and my boys have done the same thing. He asks also, have you broken any new lower end stuff that you could sell online? Of course I have. We'll talk about that. And third, what is my threshold for grading? Grading is not something we've talked about much here, and there's a specific reason for that. We're definitely going to get into that one. Len asked a lot here. Len, you asked a lot. Sorry it took me so long to get to it. You asked this question over 2 weeks ago. I apologize for that, but you know, there haven't been as many videos over the last couple weeks, and there's just been so many comments. First part, started as a collector, side hustle to help him and his son support the hobby. That is awesome, and that's kind of like what me and my kids were doing. It was letting us buy more cards. David would keep the Phillies, Jason would keep the Yankees, and me, I'd keep any Jeter or Mattingly's. Now, they kind of, you know, they got their own interests, they do their stuff, and now I just kind of do it just to keep make a little money and still also get my guys, but also just bring in some extra money to do stuff that they want to do. That's how I kind of look at it now. Do we break any of the lower end newer cards to sell online? I used to. When it was with me and my boys, we would buy, you know, our blasters at Walmart and Target, go to the card store, buy a couple blasters or a couple hobby packs. Now, not so much. Now, I've kind of stayed away from buying blasters to sell online. I just don't find it worth it. I haven't had much luck making a profit just because of what's inside. It's not the desirable stuff. So what I actually do now is I just buy stuff in bulk. I buy from my local auction house. I buy, you know, the flat rate boxes on eBay. Link in the comments below on my Flat Rate Friday playlist where we tested out 4 different flat rates from 4 different sellers and see what we got there. So yeah, now I just kind of buy in bulk, pull out the big good stuff, and then as I can list the common stuff. That's how I do things now. And you're right, with all the parallels and numbered cards, it's very daunting, to use your word, to know what's worth buying and how to price it. Yeah, it is, and a lot of that stuff too, if you're not getting it right away, you're just not going to get the price you think you should get. It's just, with this stuff I could get at retail, it's just, to me, it's just really not worth it. And what's my threshold for grading? I don't have a threshold for grading because I don't grade. I've talked about this before, not often enough. I'm not a grader. I've never liked it. If I come across graded cards and I've bulk buy, then I come across them. And then I'll sell them. Many, many years ago, over a decade ago, I did try grading and I wasn't a fan. I mean, price wasn't bad. It just wasn't for me. And I just find it to be too subjective. We all had that conversation with the eBay grading videos that I had where eBay changed their grading procedures and they're making you say what you think the card is, like near mint excellent. And then we find that so subjective. Well, with the grading companies, I look at it the same way. You and I can both be grading a card and have completely different opinions on what the grade should be, even with PSA having a template on what you're looking for. And if something's so subjective, I don't want to pay to have somebody grade them and then find out I could send it right back and get a different grade. How many videos have we seen where people don't like a grade, so they just crack the case and resend it in? How many times have we seen that? We see it countless times. And if I can crack something and send it back to the same company and get a different grade, positive or negative, that tells me it's just a money grab, and that's all it is. So I don't bother with it. I know a lot of people, they love grading. They'll only deal with graded cards, and that's great for them. For me, it just doesn't work with me personally, and I tend to stay away from grading cards. All right, that was a short and quick video today, but that's what we're going to get on these weekend videos. Short, sweet, to the point, hopefully help you out. But guys, hope you enjoy your weekend. We're going to be back Monday with a nice long one again. So have a good weekend. And in the meantime, if you're new here, why don't you go check out our playlist of all the shipping and talking that we do. Hope to catch you guys on the next one.